Hello and welcome to Mindful Living, where we explore the art of living with the intention, balance, and inner peace. I am Avik, your host, guiding you through conversations on health, meditation, mental well being, mindfulness, and the mind body connection. Each episode features expert insights to help you grow, heal, and thrive. So, take a deep breath, relax, and join us on this journey to a more mindful and fulfilling life. So, let's get started.
Welcome, listeners, to the Mindful Living podcast with your host, Sana, where we explore transformative tools and strategies to live a more fulfilled, mindful life. Today's episode is incredibly inspiring as we dive into the world of manifestation with our special guest, Heather Rosewood. Heather is a personal development coach, professional speaker, successful entrepreneur, and USA Today best-selling author. With her RICH Rich Life program, Realizing I Create Happiness, Heather helps people break free from limiting beliefs and use manifestation to create the life of their dreams. And if you have ever wondered how to turn your vision board into reality, you are in for a treat, listeners. So let's get ready and dive deep into this conversation. So, Heather, welcome to the show, and it's an absolute honor to have you with us.
Thanks for having me.
So, Heather, before we begin, would you like to share a bit about your personal journey?
Yes, so I started learning about the law of attraction and manifestation about 10 years ago. And I knew at a low point in my life, I just knew there had to be something more, and I didn't know how to do that. So I just kind of dove deep into every self-help thing I could get. And this completely changed my life. I went from being hopeless to limitless.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. Hmm. And how did you first experience its power, the power of manifestation?
My first experience, I was really insecure and didn't want to be seen. I felt like the only way that anybody could be successful was to be skinny and pretty. So I just stayed in the background and did nothing. And once I changed that belief, everything in my life changed. I know that no matter what I look like, it's what's on the inside that is what's important.
Yeah, that is true. Great. So, manifestation, I believe it can sometimes feel like an abstract concept, something which is not tangible, or maybe still a lot of awareness is required. So, can you explain for our listeners in simple terms how the power of belief works to turn our dreams into reality?
Yes. So a lot of times when you talk about manifestation, people think that it's just saying things like affirmations and it's somehow magically going to just appear out of thin air. And that's really not the true way manifestation works. So when you want to manifest something, you first have to change your beliefs and know it's actually already done. Like here in the 3D world, you might not be able to see it, but in the fourth dimension, fifth dimension, these things are already done. So once you believe that it's yours, it will be yours.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. That is interesting, Heather. And many of our listeners, they might struggle with self-doubt or maybe sometimes feelings of unworthiness. So how can they begin to shift their mindset to embrace the idea that they surely deserve the life they desire?
Yeah. So unworthiness and not feeling good enough is it's a mindset, it's a decision. So if you decide you're not good enough, you're not going to be good enough, right? So when you do some self-awareness work and look at where did those limiting beliefs come from? Did somebody tell you weren't good enough when you were growing up and you took that on as an identity? What made you decide that you're unworthy? Because we're not born unworthy. Children are born knowing that they're perfect. So we're told we're unworthy and then we believe it.
Okay. Talking about your Rich Life program, it stands for Realizing I Create Happiness. So, if we can talk about the key components of this program and how it helps individuals step into their power and purpose.
Yes. So I started this program because a lot of people come and the very first thing they say is, I want to manifest money. Money, it's the only thing that people really come and say, I want money. And you can have all the money in the world and still not be happy. And so it really is, you need to be happy first and all the money will come. So we work through in order for self-awareness, your inner beliefs, fears, and then we start working on your spiritual self and then your mind and then your body. And once you become truly happy, like you jump out of bed, super excited to start every day. And that's really the goal of the program.
That is interesting. So you often talk about the balance between taking inspired action and trusting the process. How can someone find that balance without feeling anxious or impatient or overwhelmed when manifesting their dreams?
Yeah, so a lot of people give up on manifesting in what we call the in-between. So imagine you're on a boat and you're out in the middle of the ocean, right? If you said, okay, I want to manifest this, and then you get on your boat and you go out and you don't see any land, you're in the in-between. Like you have to just keep that belief and take inspired action knowing that it's already done. You have to show up and feel like you would feel in that next level self. And you'll start seeing signs of land and knowing it's coming. It's definitely not an overnight process. It could be, you could ask for something and it could show up. It's happened, but generally not overnight.
Of course, it's a process, it's a journey. Great.
Yes.
So, apart from manifesting their dreams, what role does visualization play in this process, and how can someone effectively use visualization techniques to bring their goals to life?
So visualization and using vision boards is a key component for what I teach. So once you go through the self-awareness and what your beliefs are, we would move into the intellectual plane of creating the new identity that you want and visualizing yourself as the next level you is so important in learning how this person reacts, what this person wants, how it feels to be next level you. And so we use visualizations a lot in this, and creating a vision board is another tactic to get there.
Interesting. So many people start their manifestation journey, Heather, but lose momentum over time. What advice do you have for staying consistent and keeping the faith, especially when results are not immediate?
Yeah, that's one of the hardest parts of manifesting what you want. You have to believe it's true. You have to have faith. It's already done. It's yours. You just continue on living as if you're already your next level self. If you show up as your next level self consistently, day in, day out, everybody's going to start treating you like you're your next level self. And you're maybe not even going to notice the small shifts in your life until they become really obvious. And you'll see holding that belief truly works.
Great. That's really great. Talking about vision boards, they are popular manifestation tools, but they're often misunderstood. So, can you share your process for creating an effective vision board and how it ties into the manifestation journey?
Yes. So usually when people start doing vision boards, they will throw pictures up there of things they may not even actually want. And that's why we always redo them as you are on your growth journey, because you're going to throw up a picture of like a private plane or a vacation resort. And as you grow as a person, these items are going to change. So having your vision board there is a great tool to be constantly visually reminded, which helps reprogram your subconscious to believe that you already have that.
Interesting. So, people pleasing and fear of failure, I believe they're common roadblocks or blockers on the path to manifesting our dreams. So, what strategies do you recommend for overcoming these obstacles?
Yeah, so people pleasing comes from your inner beliefs and your fear. So, if you are afraid to do what you want, say that, oh, if I do this and go to lunch with this friend, then that friend's not going to like me. Or, you have all of these decisions are made based on what other people want or what you think that they want. And so you have to learn how to choose you, and you have to believe in yourself enough to know you're worthy no matter what that person thinks. If that person doesn't like a decision that you've made, that's really on them, not on you.
True. That's true. That is empowering, Heather. And another factor which I believe is important: how does gratitude play a role in the manifestation process? Can shifting or pivoting focus to what we are grateful for accelerate our ability to bring dreams into reality?
So gratitude is actually a really, really important thing to be in. If you're in gratitude, you can't be in another level. So if you you're not going to be fearful if you're grateful. You're not going to be gossiping if you're grateful. And living a life that you're there's people in line to get into these lives, right? We have to be grateful that we are the ones that were chosen to be here.
True. That's true. Okay, so before we wrap up, Heather, for someone who feels stuck at crossroads, whether in life or career, emotionally or physically, what's the first actionable step they can take today to start aligning with the life they truly want to manifest?
The very first thing people would need to do is look at what they want compared to what other people want. Most likely, if you're in a job that you don't like, or you're doing things that you don't want to do, you made the decision to do those things because someone else put that belief on you. So, there's so many societal beliefs now where everybody thinks that, you need to grow up, you have to go to college, get married, buy a house, have 2 kids. And these are just not rules that the universe gave us. These are things that man made up to say, you need to do this. And there's no rule that says you have to do that. You need to step out of the box and societal norms and decide what you want out of life, not what you think everybody thinks you should do.
True. Lovely, lovely, Heather. So, if our listeners want to connect with you or explore about manifestation and about your rich program, how they can do that?
Yeah, we actually have a free workshop coming up. You can find it on our website, heatherrosewood.com.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the 3-day free workshop to explore a little deeper. And we have a ton of information on the website also.
Lovely. We'll mention all the details in the show notes for all of our listeners. And Heather, thank you so much for sharing the incredible wisdom on the power of belief and manifestation. And your insights are definitely, I'm very sure, they will be inspiring for our listeners to take control of their happiness and also create the lives they have always desired for. So, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you so much.
And listeners, if you're interested in learning more about Heather's RICH Rich Life program or dive deeper into her transformative work, be sure to check out the links in the show notes. And as always, thank you to everyone for tuning into this episode on the Mindful Living podcast. And I would like to add that the life you desire is within your reach. And sometimes all it takes is the power of belief. So stay mindful and stay inspired.